Welcome to Camellia Sinensis Digital Town Hall on heartland.com and talk about everything about tea online event. And it's a meetup group that I started some time ago. And we have had physical meetings in Gothenburg, Sweden on a regular basis, on a fortnightly basis. The place called Vida La Vida, my friend's place. And now in the future, now on Tuesday, we'll have on Hello Kid. It's a place, a cafe in Gothenburg in the city, central city, and you could see the information there, where location and so on the meetup group page. And I will have a short and sweet here celebration of this Hanami tradition from Japan. And I welcome you to input, feedback, if you want to share a moment of this tree viewing with the cherry blooms, flowers. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And I'm planning to have an online event once a month. It's again with the content creation, I have the time for it. And then with physical meetings have every 2 weeks. And then we could see if we'll do it maybe once a month and maybe now and then, maybe every quarter in Gothenburg, having like an afternoon tea or something like that, a tea tasting. In general, group is everything about tea. So you're more than welcome to come, share your tea memories, your favorite tea blends, thoughts about tea, questions about tea, and so on. And you could also, to joke, you could be even a hardcore coffee drinker and get something out of it. So, as you know, Sweden is most popular coffee drinking nation after Finland per capita. And tea, but the tea is the second most popular beverage in the world. And my first book on tea has that title, the second most popular beverage in the world, Tea Book Sketches. And my first book there is about black tea. And I got this revelation, you could say, some introspection about doing a self-publishing book, how I will do that in the future. I had a crowdfunding campaign for doing what you see in the background here with John Cox, fine artist and cartoonist John Cox from America. And here is one that you can see here, like a strip, cartoon strip, and I could read from it. I would not drink it with the yak. I would not drink it in Iraq. And yak tea is special, you have the tea and the milk. It's almost like, maybe you could say it's chai, like a blend, a beverage, almost like a soup. And this is this cartoon guy, like the series strip. This children, child who's playing around here and having fun. And I would not drink here or there. I would not drink it anywhere. And he's standing on a globe. And I do not like green Asian tea, and that's what I will drink now. I don't like it. Do the B. Where you have this traditional teapot, often in cast iron or something like that. And it's, as you see, a hard cartoon, like a board that you have as an artist. And it's saying, "To Martin, all the best, your friend, John Cox." This is about the original series strip. So, and this, as I said, will be a short and sweet episode. I was planning to have it for 1 hour and starting at 5 p.m., but this just-in-time thing and others, it's Valborg's night celebration of this, you could say, pagan tradition, and also with the nature and having see the light. So that's here Valborg in Swedish. And then also when it's not collide, but it's coming together with this Hanami tradition. Now I will check, because you don't see here if somebody like knocks on the door. You have to click on people and see if somebody's there. So then I will look at that. I sent the link to Meetup, but then it was a link for that's created for the post, so it's for the audience. If you want to participate as you do at the physical meetup, then you have to ask for the longer URL. So I will think about that for the future, but you could then write that in the chat. And I got a message here from a person here that's a member, Berenice. So I'll see if she view profile. So if she could join. So we'll see if she will come. And that's something I pay for this meetup around, what is it? It's $60 per half year, like so $10 per month. Having 3 groups. I have one for tea, everything about tea, one for podcasting that I had the other day here, about podcasting 2.0, and then one that I haven't been so active with yet, but chili heads, hot sauces and spicy food. Planning to do that with an individual in Asia, and we'll see how we could work out with that regarding the podcast. Is a community for chili heads, liking hot and spicy foods and hot sauces, and so on. And so when you have this meetup, often physically, but during the pandemic and other things going on, and with, of course, technology that you could use tech in order to be connected, they have this online feature also. So you could have a URL, you could have a service like Zoom and others, and add that to the meetup group. And then I wanted to test out Heartland, see how it goes. So again, as I said, we will do a short and sweet event here. Regular, when I have physical meeting, we have had around 1 hour or 2 hours or something in between. And in the future in Gothenburg, Sweden, at Hello Kid, we will have it from 5 p.m. and then to 6:30, and it will be on Tuesday. Now on coming Tuesday, the 2nd of May 2nd, and then you could take it every 2 weeks from there. So with that said, I will take a sip here of a tea, see if you could guess what tea it is. Cheers, it's the second brewing here. And it is like Kirkwood, the character of a cartoon character, Kirkwood, the guy. He didn't like Asian green tea. You see, this is very light yellow, second brew for about 1 minute. I brewed it a bit because I was a bit just in time, a bit stressed here, so I did it. It was planned to have it on 80 degrees, like this tea magazine called 80 Degrees that I could recommend. I got this tip from my co-host of podcast we have in Swedish about tea called Produktivitet, how to be productive and drinking tea at the same time. So it's a play with word, and now we are focused on the tea and having a tea review and testing a tea. He mentioned this magazine called 80 Degrees, because often with green tea you have that temperature, it could be lower also. With my first book with black tea, often it's like around before boiling, like 100 degrees Celsius, or below that a little bit, like 95 or something like that. So, and I was looking around, and so I have a tab here saying if it's any specialty for Hanami period, and I'm not sure about that. And I will do a shout out to John Shu and his partner. They are participating. Excuse me. I will check that. As a side note here also. Shu. No, okay. John. Yeah, John Shu. Yeah. So, and they have sushi restaurants and some other restaurants also, and they will be participate in this Hanami celebration in the botanical garden in Gothenburg, Sweden. So it was yesterday and today. The weather, it's a bit interesting with this spring weather here in Sweden. It's almost like this New England weather. If you don't like it, wait a minute. So when I went there one year, it was snowing or some snowflakes. So then we were afraid about how it will be with the cherry blossom and the bloom, and what would that will happen. And also, of course, people attending if it want to go out when it's so cold. So when I searched for it on the internet, I found here a place called Tea Forte that has a Hanami tea blend, and I will see if I could do some investigations and see what's included in that tea. And when I click on Wikipedia's Hanami, they say it's a flower viewing. It's a Japanese traditional custom of enjoying the transient beauty of flowers. And then it's blooming, the cherry tree is blooming around this time. So it's very colorful and so on. So that this appreciation and do some introspection, and then having a tea ceremony could be something that you could enjoy. So that's why I wanted to have this and highlight this for a little bit. Again, I'm not an expert in this field when it comes to Japanese tea ceremonies and traditions. So if you know someone who has more knowledge about this, please feel free to share it, giving some positive feedback and comments in the meetup group and others. And this is coming all together when my last site, as I call it, teaparty.media, is up and running. I will focus on different side projects, microsites, and so on. And also this group here, Camellia sinensis community and the digital town hall on Heartland, and see how I could create this content creation in a flow, in a positive flow, and get this engagement and participation and division of labor. So good working on positive things in life, a good life, and achieving your values. So for me, T is that for one. So I will do a little bit of round up here, and I will check in, because the meetup here is like a drop in, you could say, when we had the physical. So you don't. It's similar to the Facebook event when you have it. It's yes, no, or maybe. And of course, people are busy. Could be with the time, the transportation, and whatnot. That's why I like it having online also. So again, thanks for the question here, Berenice. And you could then, will be recorded, so you could watch the replay later on, and I will post it in the meetup group. And also that it was one person that had said that it will come, LWDY, and I sent a message that it was a bit later. And yeah, so here you will see the content. Do you see what it is? Do you look? It likes popped. It's almost like popcorn or rice, and then it's the green tea, and it's Genmaisha Uji region from Tea Central in Östersund in Norrland, the northern region, from Kyoto, Japan, Genmaisha Uji, and it's nowadays, there's a right here a little bit of history. Nowadays, it's a delicacy, and a very delicious thing, and very appreciated and popular. But originally, and back in the day, it was you mixed it with green tea, with roasted rice, so for saving money. So it was during that time. So that's something you could think about. It's almost like tea and a bit food. You could probably you could draw this or brew this or steep this 3 times. Now I don't remember the price of this, but it cost a bit, but compared to regular tea. But then you could, steep it 3 times, so then it will be very good tea economy. And also this, you could probably put it like in a salad or eating it something like that. Test it out, because it is tea leaves, and then it's this popped roasted rice, almost like it has this little bit like popcorn or roasted thing that you could chew. So why not? So it's roasted rice and then green tea uh, at its harvest plantation in Uji outside Kyoto. And when you do the brewing, you take 3 to 4 grams for 2 deciliters, and then the temperature about 80 degrees, and then you brew it for 1 minute, so short brew, and then you could brew it, as I said, 3 steeps. So there you have it. So I will do a wrap up here now, and thanks again for your attention and for your interest and for your comments and questions and messages. And it was nice to do this short and sweet tea online event powered by Heartland. So thanks again. So cheerio for now. Bye for now. And have a nice Hanami celebration. And we'll talk to you, John Shu, and your partner there in the near future. So bye for now.